my fucking god.
Could she? Does it? Does it?
I sent an updated one.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
By Harrison Stennis.
Yes.
Someone's a Cars fan.
Kashiga.
Stop.
What?
Slip over your words.
Cars 2 was the best movie ever created.
Cars 1's better.
Can we
Oh, fuck. Lupin, thanks for the 32-month resub.
By pointing out to everyone that the B
Keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a... I hope you enjoy this stream and stay safe on COVID.
Conversation. How you doing, Liru? Have you recovered at all?
I don't want to talk about it. Alright, OPFOR is attacking this time, starting in the port town of Isbaran, and there are 3 terminal sites for them to hit. One is in the middle of the open, so I'd assume is by a some sort of, makeshift camp. Terminal 2 is in some sort of shaded building. I'll be curious to see where that is. And then Terminal 3 is in the middle of the town itself. I would not be surprised if BLUFOR did an all eggs in one basket approach on the 3rd terminal, but we'll just have to see how things go. Also, I'm Combo. Thank you for the raid of 2.
Oh, you were... Yeah, Whale raided me when I was just getting the stream started, and he saw it all. He was like...
Yeah, he also came in my chat to make sure I was watching, and I don't want to say anything.
Well, apparently I started a renaissance, because now he wants to go get a maid outfit as well.
Yeah, no, Bagbaz, it was a cool tunnel op, it was a messy one, to say the least. Anyway,
Moving on back onto this. So yes, this is a terminal uplink, which is non-sequential here on our favorite jungle-themed map, Lagi.
Can you do the talking? I need to go AFK for a second. I'll still pan my camera around.
Sure.
Thank you.
Of course. And we are now coming in, so we will be able to actually look at the kits. And it's actually a pretty dark and foggy. I guess this is... I want to say this is sunrise, but I'm not sure. I don't think it'll matter too much, but...
You okay?
Starting with the attacking side, Red 4, they are probably going to be Russians, and they are good old EMR camo. Going to be using the 545 AKs as Finn. Abusing his invincibility is flying around, true to his name. Basic stuff, 545 AKs, 762 PKMs for the squads. For the platoon level, we do have PKPs, I am willing to bet, and they're around here somewhere. As well as a RPG-42 on the back of Iander, who's also trying to follow his mother and try and fly around. They're having some fun with that. Otherwise, standard Russian stuff. They do have a pilot to fly the Mi-8, which is here, along with 2 BTR-80s. You can tell they are 80s because they have the hatch in between the 2 sets of wheels there. Pretty sure these ones are actually like some kind of honor guard thing with that BB logo. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. In addition, they have 4 Gaz Tigers, also with the honor guard logo, and 4 Gaz transport trucks. So a decent amount of vehicles and enough transportation to get them anywhere. That MAA can hold like 20 people or so. So that is a great tool to use. And it also has 2 PKTs, one on the back and one on the side. Moving over to BLUFOR. BLUFOR, we have British forces actually using 5.56 AKs or whatever designation they call them.
Sorry about that.
No, but 5.56 versus 5.45 classic. Not quite a mirror match, but near as can be.
As far as the game is considered, it's a mirror match.
Exactly. Marksman has the. I guess it's also a Mark 11, but it just looks funky because of the mod that they are using. It's a bit different from the RHS assets, and they have that is a FN Mag, which is essentially a 240 Bravo, just a bit different in construction. And Swola is the one holding the Carl Gustav for BLUFOR in this round. I just saw someone blink out of existence, but otherwise, the MTP camo, which is essentially, it's just multicam under a different designation. I think that's a bit too light. The EMR camo isn't exactly the best either, but I think it's a better shade of green for this environment, but we will see.
I don't know. I think in the distance wise, if you look at both groups from afar, just with the dark lighting, considering, you know, the whole AO is going to be a bit darkish unless they go on the pavement. I think both camos are going to work really well for this. More so the BLUFOR group, because from range I cannot tell. They contrast with the ground so well, but they actually have some ground to contrast with compared to the lighter aspect of OPFOR, which I'm not gonna lie, I can't even find right now. There we go. I think they're going to be able to blend into the ground really well, so doing any air-based recon is going to be very, very moot, because they're not going to be able to see anything. The light fog on the ground from the air as well is also going to make that a lot worse. So, let's talk assets here. So, BLUFOR, they got the 117, they get an M2 Humvee, they get some transports and 2 different types of helicopters, and the littlebird does have the camera on it, so I'll be curious to see if there's a co-pilot on it. UH-60 does not have any miniguns. Meanwhile, OPFOR has the only armed air asset in the AO, and they could probably play chicken with some of the helicopters and 2 BTR. I think they said these were 70s to work with, as well as... Yeah, they're, I think they're 70s, as well as transport trucks on their own. So, overall, I mean, with the attacking faction having a 20% numbers advantage, I think, based off the AOs, I think OPFOR has a little bit of an advantage, all things considered. But do you want to start looking at the terminal sites? Ren, thanks for the 7-month resub.
Yep. Sorry, what'd you say? I was talking to chat.
That's fine. I was talking to chat too. I'm going to start looking over Terminal 1. So Terminal 1...
Before you do that, a few notes about BLUFOR's assets. The 117, the GMG has been rescripted to be a 240, so it has the 50 cal and a 240 instead of the 40mm grenade machine gun.
Yep.
And then the Humvees, all of the unarmed ones are the armored variants. You can tell because the windows bulge out and they have a silver lining on the interior.
Yep.
However, the M2 one, the armed one, is not armored, so that can be taken out with small arms fire, opposite of, you know, the rest of them. But yeah, like you said, none of the helicopters are armed, and those trucks, the big trucks, are the unarmored ones, like the first round.
Yeah, should be good. But I would assume the gases on the OPFOR side are also bulletproof as well, to help even that out. So that's only going to really help the attacking faction, in this case OPFOR, to allow for rushes to be a little more successful with Thunder running. So let's look at Terminal 1 here. So we have a little campsite with a crashed UH-60 that's smoking. It is in BLUFOR territory, so they can build a fortification around it, but this one... it's kind of out in the open. I could see this easily being a throwaway objective, especially on three objective defenses. Usually one is abandoned to defend the other 2, or an all eggs in one basket strategy is adopted, where BLUFOR, in this case it's BLUFOR, but the defending faction focuses on just fortifying one objective here. So I do like the smoke effects they put on the helicopter, though. It's not your standard module. It's an actual smoke module that's been calibrated to create this smoke effect along the whole front of the chopper. So that's a nice extra detail they've put down. What are your thoughts on the first terminal site, Barb?
I'm really forced to agree.
No one's winning yet. Still in safe start.
Terrain to work with.
Attacking faction, which was BLUFOR 1
It's
op1.
just so lackluster in any redeeming quality that, yeah, I could very much easily see them just abandoning this. If it was, say, at the FOB, or maybe like nearer the FOB, to where they'd have to garrison one side of it, I could see it being a better better defensible position, but it just really isn't. But I guess we should compare those to Terminals 2 and 3.
So Terminal 2 is a bunker?
Yeah, that is a unique bunker.
I've never seen this before.
Jinx, you owe me a Coca-Cola. But yeah, this is. What is? This is
some
Bond level villain shit.
Well, it has a CSAT symbol above it. So maybe it's one of the new assets from War. I don't.
Hexagon. I don't think that's a CSAT symbol per se, but
it has everything but the on the top part.
On the roof, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, but I don't know. This is, like I said, some Bond level village. You got the fucking gold.
Who made this? Who made this one? Stanners? I'm gonna ask him where he got this one.
Absolutely. This might be a map asset, but still, this is very interesting. Yep.
This is not a map asset. That's a shader effect on this.
That's true. That's true. So no, this is custom placed. But yeah, we have never seen this before. Very interesting.
New mission destination. Exactly.
Better than the first terminal. You have more, a little more variance in terrain, some more map objects.
You could turn this into a nice fatal funnel area and have a squad like hold this out very, very well. The one fear though is people crawling to the roof and firing from this really unique rooftop though. But I don't think the attacking faction is gonna think about that. I've never seen this structure before, ever. But if people do know about it, then getting on the roof and firing down from that would be a very easy way to get through this objective. But this is pretty fucking cool. This gives me a lot of ideas.
Yeah, no, and with a decent perimeter defense with Hesco barriers or something akin to that, could very easily turn this into a deadly.
What the fuck is this thing?
Fortification. I would love to see them do.
It's like a Death Star laser.
Hexagon-shaped fortification with the entrance on the western side versus the bunker's actual entrance on the eastern side. To almost give it that like wraparound cocoon kind of vibe. But yeah, this. We're seeing a lot of people here checking this out. They could very easily turn this into something deadly.
But I think BLUFOR just having a single squad defend this from the inside also wouldn't be too bad, because there's plenty of rooms to fall back to in case grenade spam happens. But if they can just hold off the main area right here, they should be a-okay.
I'd be interested to see if anyone were to be familiar with this. They could throw grenades.
I've never seen this asset before.
And, like, at first when I was looking down, I thought only the middle one was open. No, these are all open. They go into each of the different chambers. So it's almost like a game of pinball or like a skee ball. You throw a grenade up and it falls into one of the different holes and it goes into each of the rooms.
Yeah.
It clears it out, at least in theory. That could be an interesting little mini game, but let's see if that even comes to... Oh, they could also probably hop up on there. It doesn't seem too tall. They could probably hop up and clear it from that top, from the roof.
That's what I was thinking. They could enhance movement off the side or put a vehicle up and climb on that and get on the top. But again, like, I wouldn't think to do that if I just saw this structure. I'd find the entrance and just go in laterally, because you don't have these types of openings on any building I've ever, like, seen. So
this is so interesting. I'm very excited to see how this will be defended.
All right, and then let's look at Terminal 3. I'll let you start.
Yes, this is the town of Itora, down south. This is a close contender with Terminal 2 as far as defensiveness. The terminal itself is in the 2-story barracks building with 3 barricaded windows. So this is actually a nice defensible zone and building, at least. But the town surrounding it is very reminiscent of a Tanoa town. Some destroyed buildings, damaged infrastructure, etc. But overall, like, urban combat is probably one of the better ones to set up a defense in. And again, just going back to Terminal 1, this is night and day difference. I could easily see them go for Terminal 2 and Terminal 3. We see them going by Terminal 1 now, kind of checking it out. We have command up there. Might just be a spotting force, and then I would expect them to withdraw at least as soon as they have any form of contact. But yeah, with that pre-barricaded window in the terminal room itself and the surrounding kind of half-destroyed buildings to work off of, I could see BLUFOR kind of going for a 2 and 3 defense and then just leaving one to the wayside. However, the north side of the safe start we have a lot of assets and infantry ready to go forward and meet them head on, possibly garrisoning this like fob at Soray. This in itself is a really good complex, but I feel like that might be a bit of a misplay just because how detached it is. Maybe for getting
Do you also see that BLUFOR's dug a shit ton of fortifications to the south of this complex? Like, why? You know what I mean?
Right now?
Yeah.
I think those were there.
No, these were not there.
Oh, you mean the ones? Oh shit! Oh
Yeah.
These definitely weren't here. That is very strange.
I think that's a miss. Who's commanding BLUFOR? No, because they're actually building fortifications. It's Bassbeard. So normally he's very good at predicting what the enemy does, and I think he's trying to see that here with this area. But at the same time, why? You know, like this isn't gelling right with me in the sense that it's a very random area. I'm not really liking this one. Because those fortifications should be spent on something like Terminal 3 to stack this out, but again, the forces seem really spread out here. He's doing a small defense on Terminal 1, which is a proxy defense. They're holding a building next to Terminal 1 to hold it. Terminal 2 has an actual defense, and they've been fortifying the outside of that as well. And then Terminal 3 is being the dud objective. And he's got a lot of forces like ready to go on a counterattack. I don't get it.
I really don't either, especially with they're using 5 of the
Smedgiant line,
so
exactly.
They have some kind of plan. They're using the spread out method. Maybe they're trying to feign something because there's only 1 or 2 people in each of these Humvees. Maybe they'll push out, try and feign something bigger than it actually is, and try and just burn time, make Redford feel like they have to go slower and clear out the area between them and the BLUFOR AO. Their mission's starting now, so we'll see what happens. MI8 is lifting off with 3 souls inside, 2 plus the pilot. Redford X-ray going off to the southwest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, how many BLUFOR are actually going out? It's all those Humvees, and no, there are more, but we're almost had a fucking accident there as Coda and Flux nearly collided.
Oh, I know why BLUFOR is doing this. They just wanted to go through the tunnels. And Dust is now turned around. He's scared of tunnels. Okay.
I mean, hey, in Arma, you can't trust anything. So it's a fair assumption. But yeah, they are definitely trying to garrison this fob here, which, I mean, if they were just to try...
Why?
If they were to go into, like, the battle towers or something and get eyes on the approaches to Terminal 2, that'd be one thing, but that doesn't look like that's what they're doing. And already...
They're firing off the helicopter.
At the MI8, so that kind of, like I said, make BLUFOR
Tunnel snakes rule.
Make
Yep.
Redford try and slow down and not rush themselves, burn as much time as they can off the clock. We're seeing Bravo 2 and Alpha 2, which is a lead element for Redford. They're starting to dismount now when they have some more room to maneuver with those vehicles. I can kind of see what they're trying to go for, I think, but it is very...
This is literally half their force dedicated to guarding some random position that isn't gonna do anything for them. I don't get it. OPFOR's just gonna be able to... They're not even going to go to this position. Maybe they'll send a squad there for, like, recon, but...
You're talking about Terminal 3, or...?
The position that BLUFOR is occupying. Because the only thing I can think of is BLUFOR is trying to set up... think where OPFOR is going to do a massive dismount, which they are, right? I mean, we got Standers driving up with a truck.
Yeah, but he's on 4 souls on board, plus him. And they dismount, but I wouldn't call that a massive force in the slightest. Dusty's pulling up the rear with a gas Tiger, but I'm very confused at BLUFOR's attempt at a defense here. I'm almost seeing flashbacks to the previous round where the defending team spread themselves out too thin because they have too much to work with. You know what I mean?
Well, this one just, like, I understood why they did that in the previous round, because they wanted to, you know, have some security on the defense. And, you know, the attacking faction's plan still circumvented most of it, but thankfully Scandi Recon was able to be proactive with everything. But
So
here...
this is a bit of an aside, but Woonep, who is part of the helicopter team, he has -1 kill for an aircraft, and they only have the Blackhawk up, so either they intentionally destroyed the littlebird or he crashed it. But that Blackhawk is now trailing the Mi-8 in its blind spot as far as the guns are concerned, and just trying to keep track of it. I want to see if
yeah, I don't see the littlebird at base. I'm curious why they took the Blackhawk that didn't have the camera.
Yeah, that littlebird hat was the recon one with the skids and the camera, so that would have been a great element to get intel with, but seems that BLUFOR has their own ideas.
I'm surprised the freaking unarmed helicopter is chasing the armed helicopter. What is going on here?
The two gun emplacements for the Mi-8 are on the front left and the back right. So by staying on the back left and just the rear in general, they should stay clear of the guns. But as I say that, the Mi-8 maneuvers, and now it's in the sight of that back right PKT. And now the Mi-8 is maneuvering. It has spotted that.
What is this?
And we're having a nice little air show.
Dude, look at where Stanners is. Oh my gosh. Kill them all, Stanners. Kill them all.
That's one. That's two.
There's two.
Two quick ones. Actually, three. He got three on his sheet. Grenades go down in return, but they go over the hill.
Fury killing a guy that was far. But what was BLUFOR thinking? They were just all lined up for Stanners. So they're not pulling security up here then. I don't know.
One of the guys that died was a leadership element. I see a long range down.
Flux just got a good kill.
On top of the fucking watchtower.
What the actual fuck is this?
You guys is as good at mine at this point, man.
I think this is just a throwaway round. Like I can't think of anything else.
But that means I get to eat dinner on time. Hell yeah.
Yeah, great. What are you having for dinner?
Fuck if I know. I know this is gonna be hot.
I had a hand berry pie. No, a berry hand pie. So you know you make your own little crust with that. Put some berries in the oven and fried rice with scallops. And OPFOR is just doing a massive northern maneuver attack to Terminal 2. Then they'll probably split off to take Terminal 1, Terminal 3. As, or they'll just do, you know, unified assaults on either side. But still, like...
PKT now opening up on both the Blackhawk and the compound itself. And in return, Point Man completely ignoring what Stanners did earlier, opening up on the Mi-8, but those shots are trailing way too far behind. And Stanners still playing Metal Gear Solid, trying to locate the sound of those shots. Trying to get some shots on Guy Fieri, but he was able to duck into a diner or some kind of dive, perhaps. And
he's on a Hesco bunker, you silly goober.
Okay, if you're gonna say he sends people to Flavor Town, I get to
Yes, he does!
I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm saying I'm trying to put more thought than just, haha, Flavor Town man.
But he is Flavor Town man.
Have you seen pictures of Guy Fieri without his frosted tips? He actually looks like a respectable person.
Wow! The guy that's raising shit tons of money for businesses in the U.S. because they're getting shafted by COVID we're not getting political. Anyway.
I agree with you. No, I take that back. Guy Fieri is a wonderful human being.
Anyway, Kane is flanking around this OPFOR group trying to find other OPFOR members to hit because they've already taken out two, but Stanners with that triple kill there. He's now climbing over. Flux doing the same thing. Unfortunately, Stanners got spotted by Point Man and taken out by a nice mag dump there.
I guess he got the point.
I hate how there was a Moz round that went off immediately after you said that and took out a BTR. Because that was so perfect. I hate you. Streamer curse, yeah.
Red Force, they've actually gotten pretty close to the terminal, so that Overwatch idea really didn't bear any fruit. With how thick the fog is, I'm not too surprised at that. But, yeah, actually looking at this defense, it's not as capable as I would have liked to see. It's more garnered around the northeastern side of this bunker, which isn't the worst. Aim at the Stars actually crawled on top of the roof and got down, so he kind of fell back into the hex.
Yeah, he's glitched in there a touch, but I mean, I can see what BLUFOR's plan was: get these high positions and engage an OPFOR group coming down. And to that regard, it is kind of working, but there's still so many other OPFOR forces that are coming around. The BLUFOR garrison's going to be able to hold their own here, but it's going to be a tough fight to defend as more and more OPFOR forces come into this line.
It really doesn't seem like they planned too well for a northwestern approach.
People are asking me why OPFOR is attacking in this faction. I honestly can't tell you. This has been an interesting one, to say the least.
Why is OPFOR attacking that position? Why is BLUFOR garrisoning this position at Saray? Like, why did they make this Maginot Line miniature?
No, that's not on,
Spawn.
he's not on right now.
The world may never know.
Aim at the Stars, waking back up. That's a really nice position he has. I hope no one climbs up to the roof to counter him, though.
I feel like they will now that he's been spotted out there. They go, oh, hey, we can probably get up on the roof with there. In fact, I'm curious how he got up on the roof there himself. He must probably got him from the outside, but still.
Might have jumped from one of the HESCO barrier walls. Or he might have run and jumped from the tip of the laser, because I saw you could climb onto those things.
To answer one of the people in your chat, how many kills does Buckets and Vagrant have? None. None on either of them.
Oh, and Miskoff's already dead. I always like watching how he does, because he's another partnered person on Twitch.
And
ooh.
so much you can pronounce his name correct.
Sorry.
I know.
Let's see. Moz round came in, destroyed one of the armored gases that OPFOR was using to move up. Also, I heard an impact. Oh, we've got a pilot shot out of the UH-60. It's going down.
Oh, that's a crashed bird. Blackhawk down. Jesse's still alive in there for now, but yeah, that's a down bird.
All right, OPFOR is going to maintain that air superiority as we have OPFOR X-Ray charging around. Maybe they might start trying to hit terminals on the rear here, but we'll have to see. Or they're going to try to get up behind this fortified position on this ridge here and take out members of BLUFOR.
For those wondering, Scandi is far off on the flank. They've learned their lesson from the first round and are trying to find a moment of opportunity rather than make an opportunity. They are to the southwest now of Terminal 2. They definitely have heroes on that heavy M2 machine gun.
Yander let out an RPG and gets a beautiful hit on the 1117.
Say that, fucking beautiful. Takes down BLUFOR's only armored asset. That 1117 kills another leadership element. You see their long range on the ground there next.
That was a 750 meter shot. And the RPG 42's effective range is 500 meters.
Wait, hold on, no. I want to count this out, so hold on.
So Iander was roughly at
700 to 800 meters.
a little, yeah.
The markings end at 500, and he got that with one shot.
One shot.
Fucking God.
If you were to ever ask Azariah what Iander's good for, he'll literally just say AT. Like, because he's just bad at everything else, apparently. So you gotta put people in the positions that they can succeed at the most.
Have you ever seen the Jackie Chan movie, The Legend of the Drunken Master? It's like that. Iander drinks 12 beers before FNF even starts, and then he makes shots like that.
He makes crazy shots. Like, there's no way you can counter that, though. Like, if someone's able to literally take the effective range of a weapon and go, haha, that's just recommended, right? And then just nail a 750 meter shot, like, fuck.
He's the person to eat 5 Flintstone gummies and then survive the overdose. Like, Jesus Christ.
Anyway, BLUFOR has fallen back into the bunker itself. This is going to be a tough CQC fight. And X-Ray still up top here is going to try to get some marksman kills. Meanwhile, Standard's original group, they've got Guy Fieri and Kane coming around. 2 guys you really don't want to fuck with, who I've seen in recent ops. They've done really, really well, but Guy Fieri's getting shot at by his own dudes, unfortunately. And he was just about to get on top of OPFOR, too.
Quick aside, Iander is not Finnish. He is Dutch.
He is Dutch.
Wait, no.
King now walking behind. Yeah, he's Danish. You screwed up. He is Danish. King knocking out Dusty. Guy Fieri getting the double tap. Koak now looking up to try to see what happened. Gets King knocked out, but then he gets knocked out by some members of the BLUFOR garrison there.
Real quick, Terminal 2. Red 4 have reached the perimeter. However, Sank2 is hiding in the bed of the transport truck, watching the entrance and holding his fire.
Cheeky. Charge goes off.
On the perimeter, but ineffective. So, yeah, this terminal is... Well, it's looking like the strongest position. But it could actually be the first to go. Meanwhile, Scandi, they're actually pushing in closer to Terminal 3. And Indigo Fox's 4-man team, Indigo Fox, Tarnfall, Gladen, and SL Dream, 4 big names in FNF, so close to a death squad of Scandi Recon here. And they might actually not even see each other. Usually Scandi just happens to see each other, but Finn, Iander, Nemesis, Infidel, they're all running in the exact opposite direction. So lucky for BLUFOR there.
I'm hoping Sank2 has some sort of explosive trap here. But I think OPFOR is going to be able to take Terminal 2. Scandy's going to take Terminal 3. BLUFOR is going to have to be forced to pull back to Terminal 1, but X-Ray could beat them to the punch. Of course, X-Ray for OPFOR there. Sank2 looks like he's now trying to get into a firing line because he's watching all these people go in and around. If he has grenades, now would be a good time. There's the explosive trap. Oh, look at that. He just killed a lot of dudes and knocked out even more. Perfect.
Yeah, Sank2 is the combat engineer, so he just made that call himself and got a lot of downs for it. Second one goes up inside.
He gets knocked out by Lolo.
And dies.
Yeah, he was taken out. I'm trying to find his number right here. He netted 2 kills with that explosive trap, and we've got 4 people down. Jack now blue on bluing here, but that is quickly adjusted. You got some long-range shots from BLUFOR, so that bought BLUFOR a bit of time on the defense there, but that is textbook perfect explosive trap plays that you want to make. So Sank2, great job on that.
Too often we see explosive traps go to waste. That was not one of them.
That was perfect.
Explosive, 2 bodies and then pads real close. And yeah, a quick note, the sky has lightened up, so this was sunrise, and now visibility is getting a little bit more extended, so now we're seeing, yeah, like you said, those BLUFOR shots from the southwestern side of Soray.
Real quick, OPFOR X-Ray rushing to the terminal site with 2 people. They're going to be able to take that, and Scandi Recon poised to take Terminal 3, so the battle for Terminal 2 is incredibly important. Because it is going to decide the victory here for BLUFOR. There's Hack 1 started.
And Command actually over there by that fob. They shouldn't. They know about that now. Dryden and Mountain gonna head out of there real quick. Not even aware of it, so we could. Why is Kami Slaughter down? Did Kami Slaughter fell down the ladder?
Hey, I just realized grenades, when they're thrown in the water, we lose the symbolism, and then they do reduce damage because they're in water, so it's actually a really nice boon for the defenders here because they don't have to really worry about grenades, but it makes us hard to track them.
I guess it doesn't quite affect Saddles as much. However, Lolo gets fucking murked. They have a nasty crossfire here between Hasinger and Granny for the dub.
Yeah.
Hasinger getting suppressed, pulls back. This is some great CQC. Seeing those stances, the keynote of Arma right there, those stances.
Grenade just being thrown around, both smokes and frags. Woo, I just watched an OPFOR guy get dropped.
Fucking murked. Oh god, he's turning into spaghetti. Where's Guy Fieri when you need him?
BLUFOR doing a pretty good job right here, just holding. OPFOR might need reinforcements soon as this TSB group for OPFOR does their best. Meanwhile, Somi throwing 2 good grenades here and taking out the CCP position for OPFOR. I don't think Somi realized that they were there, but he just inflicted so much damage.
Where was that at? I missed that.
Just outside of Sector 2 here. Rockets going into the bunker now. BLUFOR might be able to hold Terminal 2.
Terminal 1's done, and
Yep.
they've actually pushed into the Itara Terminal 3, and they're gonna get it unopposed. So I'm thinking this is done for the defending BLUFOR. It is all Red 4's game.
Yep, no, again, the fight is going to be here at Terminal 2. Somi trying to crawl over, is spotted and immediately takes fire, but BLUFOR appears to be getting a bit of a number advantage now against the attackers. OPFOR desperately needs QRF to come to Terminal 2, which we'll get from Scandi Recon, but the rest of OPFOR is too busy fighting the defensive forces at Saray instead of playing the objective. They're too busy focusing on hostiles instead. There's a quote
Saray, am I right?
Yep. Saw me getting around, mag dumping someone, but then Jonathan is able to take him out. But, I mean, even if he goes one-on-one even here, BLUFOR still has that number advantage. There's always a quote I like to use from Ghost Recon Future Soldier that would sometimes be said when you did a multiplayer match. And it was always focus on the objective, not the hostiles. And in objective-based gameplay, regardless of the game, that is always fucking true.
Absolutely.
Because if OPFOR were to just send more forces to this objective, or just the objectives in general, instead of focusing on that BLUFOR garrison, they would be able to easily overpower this spot. But it's falling apart here for OPFOR. Because what's going to end up happening is, I think BLUFOR is going to be able to repel the OPFOR attack here. They're going to lose Terminal 3 because Scandi Recon's going to hack it, even though we've got a BLUFOR Humvee coming in to try to set up a defense at that sector. But BLUFOR, they're going to take everyone from Saray after realizing Terminal 3's hacked and just reinforce Terminal 2 and just be able to hold it. OPFOR is trying to commit more forces to Terminal 2 here, though, but BLUFOR has groups of QRF starting to trickle in. So there's the Terminal 3 hack. BLUFOR Command desperately trying to run back.
Yeah, they came back here from Terminal 1, and now they see that that's there.
Yep.
Are they going to try and go for it? It looks like, yeah, Stalin.
Play the fucking objective, exactly.
Both going in to try and retake the site. However, that's not going to be the best idea with Nemesis and Infidel on Overwatch from that battle tower. Nemesis is the machine gunner with a PKP. He has great Overwatch, and then so do Nimia, Yanni, and Az watching just from the east, from the barracks building itself. They're already down Joseph Stalin, and yeah, and I think there was another member from Command who's already dead, because there's only 3 up.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Scandi Recon's going to be able to hold that terminal out.
On the clock? Yeah, no way that they're going to be able to get back to that in time. So it's going to come down to Terminal 2, and I'm seeing more and more stars for BLUFOR pop up around there. Birders Guard and Mask now down. Aim at the stars up top in that hex shape with that the mini-me. Great little cheeky position, could be very effective, but they really, for a limited time, once they realize he's there, he doesn't have any cover to duck behind or protect himself with, apart from going up onto the roof and then just exposing himself to whatever is looking from the outside.
So that terminal's lost. We got Bassbeard. Oh, nope, he's dead. Never mind. But something I want to point out, there is a guy at Terminal 2 at that CCP position named Killer, and he is doing the opposite of what his name implies, and is actually bringing back a lot of units. He's working on Fred and Research. He was able to get McCarthy back up, and that might give OPFOR a few extra numbers to take this bunker, because OPFOR right now is waiting for QRF from the northern side in the form of a 5-man team to come in. And BLUFOR is going to be able to hold this, but right now what OPFOR needs to focus on is getting those 5-men, that 5-man group in, getting Scandi Recon in from the south. Charge
goes off in Terminal 2, the main sector. I don't think that killed anyone.
Was that?
It's worth noting.
That might have been Rolo's charge because OPFOR left that central area and they just got quite a few kills. Let me check his kill count real quick. He's on 1, so it wasn't him.
But there's no other, maybe Mischief only has 0, or he doesn't have any at all. I don't know who that was.
It might have just been a time charge from a dead guy. I'll quickly look at the roster here, but that killed 2 people. And now you got BLUFOR doing a thunder run back to this sector.
Yeah.
And that 50 cal clearing out that bunker. Killer has his head down because he's working on dudes, but his assistant gets killed.
His work has been undone right before his very eyes as Fred and Research go down.
Yep, so he gets up trying to do some shots. And aim at the balls has come up, and he's also firing into that bunker, getting a nasty keyhole here. And I think just got a great headshot on Killa.
Yep, aim of the stars on 1. Still looking out there. Shaltazar, no, angle isn't quite right for him.
So, as I predicted here, BLUFOR pulled all their forces back to cover Terminal 2. OPFOR wasn't able to push all their forces to Terminal 2, and I think BLUFOR is going to be able to hold this one. Even though, in my honest opinion, BLUFOR strat... I'm having a hiccups fit now. Yep.
So yeah, with Rolo just got another kill around the side. His guy Fury comes to try to revenge, but BLUFOR now has taken pretty solid control over this whole swamp marsh area. We now have a lot of Red 4 up at the fob itself. Blade getting friendly fired by the 2 BTRs, which are both still in play. Looks like G-Leg's BTR
Give me a second for chat.
Damage along with Bolton's, but they're both still very much in play. They can very easily use these to push into the forest as a strike team working together. Make another path for QRF to come in. All these Red 4 infantry from
Tank 2 is on 2 kills. But he knocked out a lot more people that are still bleeding out in that bunker.
Pulling some counterattacks.
Because bleed out kills you don't get counted for.
Excuse me, great kills.
Yeah, I don't see OPFOR bouncing back from this one. They've got 2 separate groups of infantry on the north and southern sides. And BLUFOR is now going to be able to set up a nice fortified defense here.
You forget Scandi Recon. They're going to be coming in from the south, from the soft underbelly. They only really have to worry about Misu, Tackleberry, and Navy, who are kind of looking to the south from their positions, maintaining that 360. Maybe they got the call out from command that they're there.
This environment's too open. If BLUFOR has guys on top of rocks and elephant grass, I think they'll be able to easily outperform Scandi, but we'll see.
I think Scandi can turn this around. If anyone could, it'd be Scandi.
Skin had a stolen PKP, but got knocked out. OPFOR, they still have a fire team sized element here, but yeah, one of them just got headshotted. And you have the BLUFOR marksman, Far, is now firing off and picking off the rest of OPFOR as they try to crawl away.
Ooh.
Mischief knocking Clown out, but he gets knocked out himself.
Yep.
And there's the fire team for OPFOR down.
Yep.
Time check, we still have about 23.5 minutes remaining. I am flabbergasted that this strategy worked for BLUFOR, excuse me. But I think the VIP here today would probably be Sank 2 with that explosive trap on the front that completely halted OPFOR's momentum into Objective 2. And that's what bought BLUFOR enough time to realize that the 2 other sectors were going to get taken so they could close the gap on this position.
Yeah, I was really hoping that little fire team could hold out long enough for Scandi and the Soray infantry to push down, but no, that's not going to be the case. They are mounting up, but Tarnfalk and Indigo have taken note of the BTR's presence. Indigo just launched a GL over towards the BTR, but no explosion and no real notice from the BTR.
Yeah, they're just
firing off.
I think they're just hiding from the BTR at this point. They need to get AT on it. But between...
Oh no, Tarnfalk! just got ran over.
There's no way the BTR, yeah.
Was prone in the grass.
There's no way they would have known he was there, because again, there's no third person anywhere in FNF. It is all forced first person, so they had no idea it was there, and they just completely ran him over. Amazing.
Oh my god.
I don't think the BTR still realizes it. Like, they're just looking around like, what just happened? So you got to remember, in FNF rules, it is illegal. It's a bannable offense to run people over intentionally. Unintentionally, you're allowed to do what you want. If you could argue unintentional running people over, then it's fine. And it's obvious to tell when it's intentional compared to unintentional, but my god.
Yeah, no, he didn't speed up at all. He was going.
Yeah, he just casually drove over Tarnfolk.
No, yeah, hit something. That hit a rock or something, you know? What?
It was probably a rock or just some extra water that reduced the speed. But I'm looking at BLUFOR right now. I don't see anyone with A. Oh, no, Point Man has AT. And he's coming up to the HESCO. And he is angry.
Yeah, he's got it.
There's the RPG, and there's the hit.
Perfect front hit. Still alive, though.
They're bailing out of it, but it's not smoking. I think the gun's still usable, though. Because it is a BTR 70.
There we go. It's still opening up.
So yeah, G-Legs is staying up there. His driver just got out and got blown up. But yet the gun's still working.
Grenade.
Trying to fire on Tom here. Got a hit on his leg. But you gotta, so something about the BTR 70 models from RHS are similar to the Huey models in RHS. For whatever fucking reason, they are just tanky. Just fucking tanky as hell. Like, I don't know why.
To be fair, it was also an RPG-26, which I believe is the weakest launcher from RHS. So
Yeah.
the fact that it hit and only took out the front left wheel probably did some damage as well. I'm seeing a lot of shattered glass. So those portholes, including the gunner's porthole, is...
Other BTR's pushing up.
Yeah, that's Command in there with Pierce. Tesla Companions are pulling up the rear. They might get caught up by the F1 group up to their...
Yeah, BLUFOR pulled a lot of the forces out, though, from the bunker. It is that F1 group for BLUFOR. I don't know why they did that. They just put out their defensive forces really far, and OPFOR might be able to take this out from BLUFOR's nose now. It's not going to be good.
Chat, are my inside supposed to be on my outside? I don't think so. You should consult the doctor. Scandy, they have been called out south of the objective, and so they're returning fire wildly, trying to get some kind of cover. Yanni finds Tom, sprays him down, so
Yep.
they're in a decent position to work with. But then they still have a good 100 meters to cross to get to that terminal bunker.
So you got Foxtrot 1 trying to flank the OPFOR group from the still active BTR. G-Legs, meanwhile, holding this other BTR here just on the gun, trying to find an angle on Foxtrot 1, but he's slightly blocked. It looks like he's trying to test the driver's seat. And then he goes back to the gun, I think because the engine was disabled, and by switching from the driver to the gunner, that got oofed. And Indigo getting a perfect GL shot on the BTR, but it was a flare round. Another explosive trap going off. It just took out Paladin.
Yeah, a little premature. I guess without the...
Yeah, that was, hold up, let me see if there's a -1 here to try to figure out who did that. Yeah, I can't because they're all at 0 or 1 or 2, so we'll never know. But where's aim at the balls? He had a really good spot up here, but I don't see, I think it was taken out somewhere.
Yeah, I think he got...
But his spot would have been really nice to hold for that terminal, especially with his machine gun, because now you're having Scandy Recon stepping up to the plate.
Stacking up with the charge already detonated. I'm gonna try and see if there are any more, but it's gonna be hard to tell just in general. I would love to see him try and climb on top using enhanced movement. But it's just such a clusterfuck in there. Shots on those sides. Oh, but the G takes down Clown. That's one less to worry about. I think yeah, they got another guy down.
Yep, OPFOR has fresh grenades too.
Oh,
because
and goes down as well. These guys haven't seen any contact. They're lusting for blood, and they're gonna find it here in this compound. Wisp is wondering what the fuck is happening, and Scandy needs to push in before those guys wake back up. Nimia gets a down on Wisp, and there's no one else in there between them and the terminal. They know exactly where it is. They just know they need to turn south. Wake back up though. And
I think BLUFOR would have been able to hold this if they didn't push Foxtrot 1 out, because that was all their attack Vix.
Oh god, Pierce, what are you doing? Pierce!
Hey, it's the square hole.
It's the square.
The square hole.
Oh God, Pierce, what are you doing, my guy? Oh my God. I don't think the mission maker counted for this. As Clown goes down, Az gets shot in the back by Granny for the dub. And Granny's the last one in there. Nimia trying to patch herself up. Yanni and Az are both down. Rest seeing me to get in.
The square hole.
Mountain Nemesis Blade. Iander. They're still there. Baked Potato is also in that compound as well. He's hiding behind to the right, but the terminal's to the left, so he's hoping that they're gonna walk away from Baked Potato as they push in, which isn't the worst strategy I've ever seen.
Well, that all happened. We don't even have the 15-minute warning yet. I think OPFOR is going to be able to take this one, because BLUFOR...
16 minutes and change.
Oh, nope, they're charging in. Maybe.
Yeah, here they go. This is their best chance. All those Humvees, none of them are armed, so none of them can really take out the BTR per se.
No one's pulling rear security.
No.
But some of the Humvees getting stuck in the marsh.
Oh, man. Nemesis spots out Stark to the far side. Baked Potato gets spotted out by Patrick with the PKM. And it's a bit of a fight there. Tessic trading shots. BTR still trying to push up around this obstacle. This is tempting fate. This is just tempting.
This is too fucking close to call. Oh, that BTR 70 by G-Legs getting some nasty shots, knocking some of BLUFOR up because they dismount outside the compound.
I forgot that was still there with a 14.5.
Yep.
Easily penetrate those armored Humvees.
They're getting out of the BTR 70. And Ash is right behind them.
Yep.
And there's the hack.
Oh,
Nimia able to run in, yep, and take the objective. BLUFOR has 90 seconds to get in here.
Oh my God, Pierce and Mountain holding it. That's a good combo there. Two good players.
A lot of OPFOR just went down in the compound. There's 3 left. One of them wakes back up.
Of the GLs. Yeah, Baked Potato and Granny still alive in there.
Yep, Granny and Baked Potato need to come around and take stuff. Baked Potato's crippled, so it's going to be up to Granny. Granny popping a fresh mag.
Pierce tries to hop in.
1 minute.
The BTR pulls away as Ash pulls around. They're rubbing shoulders.
Pierce takes out Ash. Tackleberry coming in. And Tackleberry gets his head taken off. Baked Potato also getting crippled. No, Baked Potato was already crippled. Granny's the one bandaging up. 30 seconds. Nim on defense. Mountain holding the line here.
Baked Potato can't limp there in time. That's too much time. It's going to take...
Yeah, it's got to be Granny to run in. Can Nimia hold?
It's up, though. Nimia is exposed.
Nimia taken out!
15 seconds. They're going to be careful pushing in here. Granny's going to be a bit quicker.
12
seconds.
11. He's going to go for it. He's going to touch it. Granny stops it at 7 seconds.
7 seconds on the clock.
This is GG. This is GG.
Now at 15 minutes, Mountain is still in there. Does anyone have any AT? SCS is pushing around.
They have satchels.
The hatch is open.
Oh, if someone climbs up there and tries to get like a keyhole shot. Come on, someone has to, please.
None of them are combat engineers.
Meanwhile, in the other BTR, you got 3 BLUFOR guys approaching G-Legs' BTR.
Indigo's friendly wiggling. Yeah, G-Legs cannot go anywhere, I don't think. Maybe he still can. He's only got 1 busted wheel. That shouldn't completely immobilize him. Mountain's still trying to drive around.
Mountain gets out!
Dust runs out of ammo. Gets a kill on SCS.
Oh my god!
His handgun.
And then he ducks his Dust Eyes Hillary Clinton's him. This is GG. This is it.
Iander's still back by the truck trying to pick up Flying Finn. Because Finn has all the medical stuff. It's possible.
No. No, it's GG. This is a solid GG, my friend. it was GG when Nim was caught bandaging instead of playing the
Yeah.
objective at the 7-second mark.
She was playing the objective. She was the one who hacked it. You gotta give her some credit.
If it is down to 20 seconds, you set your gun to full auto and you fire at any sort of fucking movement and you start chucking grenades.
I wouldn't say that's PTFO as much as playing for the 30 seconds that are left on the clock. You know what I mean? If she had, just held with the bandage, just let herself bleed out a bit, toss some nades, and try to just buy the time. I agree. 7 seconds.
She only needed 7 seconds, and that, yep.
That was the difference.
If she had her gun up, that would have made the
She had
difference.
thrown a nade and crippled Granny again. Even if she
Yep.
still got killed in that same time frame, Granny wouldn't have been able to run to the terminal. Like, that's how close these rounds can get, and Jesus Christ, you still
So,
gotta give Scandy
real
credit
quick,
for-
people are talking about how the BTR had 2 BLUFOR guys behind it and Mountain started driving around. Mountain didn't know they were there. That camera cannot see when people are right up to the BTR. So he had no idea they were there. He got out and shot one guy, had no idea Dust Eyes was back there. So if he started running people over, he was again just trying to maneuver a spot so he could dismount. And that could be argued. Anyway, G-Legs gets out,
Gets
kills
in.
Indigo Fox.
Yep, but the 2 RCC guys in the elephant grass,
They're having a pool party.
Tell me they heard those shots.
Pool party.
Must see G-Legs.
Pool party. Pool party. G-Legs is not going to be able to get to the front door, though, because the fucking BTR is watching it like a fucking hawk. Where's Falcon when you need him?
Shut up.
Oh, fuck. Yander got Flying Fin up.
Yeah.
And they do have the AT weapon.
It's Iander. It's Iander. Hey, wait, no, Iander, that's the Carl Gustav, isn't it? No, that's still the RPG.
That's RPG, yeah.
Yeah.
The 42.
G-Legs slowly crawling across, tossing some nades, and that splash definitely should have gotten the attention of Dust Eyes, who's going to start watching that very intently.
So because of the water level here, smoke grenades are useless. Dust Eyes, meanwhile, watching that area. Not sure if he saw that gun move, because I think, yeah, that played out as well as I thought it would.
And that's 3 for Dust.
This is it.
10 minutes to go. There's still a chance for Iander and Finn, the 2-man tag team. They could, I mean, even if it's just, popping in, hitting the engine. If they came around from the south side, which is the side they're on, see that engine, or see that the backside of that BTR, the gun is, they're not exposed to that gun, and they could get a shot off on the, onto it, maybe make it cook off. But they gotta move quick, and they are. And they still have that opportunity to move up and try and climb on top of the thing, poke around those holes, and see what they can find inside. But now's the time. Scandi supremacy. That's what I believe in. The Scandi supremacy.
Fisher coming up to join them as well. It is technically a 3-on-5 right now with 9 minutes remaining. Not counting out the OPFOR guy bleeding out the side. So mathematically it's possible. With that BTR facing the entryway right there, it's going to be tough. But there's a massive blind spot that Iander could exploit, and then they can just wait for the cook-off to end. But that's only if they understand that BTR...
That rear end, that fat badonkadonk ass of the BTR. Hitting that, letting it cook off, and then they still have a lot of time to work with. Alternatively, like I said, they could try and get up on the roof, but I don't think that they would need to climb onto someone's back, which is a bit... that's a bit of a stretch.
Is that the marksman rifle? Fisher has the BLUFOR marksman rifle.
Interesting. I don't know if that's you can set that to auto, but he does have the iron sights, so that should be.
He can't set it to auto, but a 7.62 weapon. That's going to be really effective here. Yeah.
You just spam that mouse 1. I agree. Iander and Finn actually going around that west side as well. So they're...
What are the fucking 1ER guys doing?
Outside of the box when they should try and think inside of the box. Because
this would be a perfect position for the 1ER guys to hit him from the elephant grass through them, but they're not watching these vectors. They're watching side to side, which confuses me.
Usually the RCC guys are on top of this, but I don't know if they think the BTR has a better sightline over the bunker or what.
All right,
but
here's the deal. Fisher, he's on point. He's going to get killed by Dusty. Yander's going to pull out that AT weapon, kill Dusty, and then they're going to wait for the cook-off the end. That's going to be a 2v2. Maybe the 1 ER guys are going to come in, but if that terminal's still set to 7 seconds, it's not going to be in time.
no way. No way in hell. And this is terminal uplink, not terminal rush, so it should be, if memory serves correctly, it should just be pause.
Still to 7 seconds.
Set.
Yep.
Still at 7 seconds. Oh shit, Kim Kardashian is filed for divorce from Kanye West.
Who the fuck cares?
I don't know.
All right, here we go. Play by play. Fucking Barb in his maid outfit. No, Iander, you don't want to go on point. Oh, you little bastard, don't go on point.
I'm watching Dust Eye's first person. He's looking side to side. Another grenade goes in. I wonder if they hear that BTR turret turning. It's hand cranked, but it does make a bit of noise. Someone as keen as Iander should be able to hear that with his elf ears. Iander kind of going in, slowly slicing the pie. Dust Eye saw the gun. He's looking to the left. Draws.
Okay, Iander now knows. And he throws a grenade instead.
6 minutes.
I'm checking the map to see the 1ER guys. Iander now coming out with the AT. He's going to have a nice blind spot to exploit on that BTR.
The smoke is blooming. I think that might have just been the one pop. Yep. Oh, and
There it is. Dusty's timing that so well, though.
Yep, hops out. Doesn't get any worthwhile. Fisher turned around and shot Finn.
Right. OPFOR. Yeah.
Yeah, he's holding a BLUFOR gun, but I don't know. Who knows? With 5 minutes and change left to go, this is getting closer. The BTR was that big hurdle. What about
3v3.
RCC guys? The RCC guys are getting in the BTR.
Yeah, its engine's dead, though.
Yeah, I think so. Because they're not moving it. Oscar's running up on foot.
Here they come.
Out of it. They gotta work quick. Finn's he's patching himself up as the medic.
I don't see it. I think OPFOR is going to get decked here.
Dust Eyes comes around the corner. Pops.
There goes Fisher.
Paying attention. Finn tries to go for the revenge. And isn't able to find it. I don't like their chances. Oscar finds Iander.
Yep. 1v5, clutch or kick, Finn.
Oscar looking like he's going to try and go around the far flank.
You're losing connection, my friend.
It's fine, I'm good. Please tell me I'm good. I do not want
You have been disconnected. Finn getting the kill, 1v4. Oscar trying to see through the Hesco camo. Might get a good shot on Finn. And there's the shots, and Finn is dead. GG, BLUFOR wins.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's when my internet decides to have a shit?
Yep. OPFOR has been eliminated. BLUFOR has gotten the W. Down to 4 people. It was a tight match. I can't say I agree with BLUFOR's strategy, but hey, it worked, so might as well take it.
I guess.
Bay Potato killing both of his friends. There's the GG.
This is why I can't wait to move out. I'm gonna like try and go to my parents and be like, hey, can I just like hardwire my connection to the router?